Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I want to bring to you guys some drugstore favorites of mine. I know how very overwhelming makeup shopping can be, specifically in the drugstore. There are so many options for you. All these brands have different varieties of primers and foundations and blushes. However, I have a few products here that I wanted to share with you guys. I've got 5 top favorite items, and then I've got some honorable mentions that I wanted to discuss with you as well. So I thought that we would just jump on into this, and I would love to share my products with you. If this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for being here. And for those of you who have been here before, welcome back. And please guys, don't forget to subscribe and leave comments below if you want to see more videos like this, or if you have some suggested content that you would like me to review. So first off, I have the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Eyeshadow Primer. Now this is pretty new. It's a launch that just came out about a month ago, and I thought I would give it a shot. A lot of YouTubers here have been chatting about it. As you can see, it's a nice little doe foot applicator. It goes on pretty clear and it blends in nicely. There's not a lot of pigmentation to it. It is amazing. It is my #1 pick for a reason. I highly recommend you jump out and buy this. It's comparable to the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer as well, the Primer Potion. In fact, I think it's better. My eyeshadow has stayed on all day, no problems with this guy. So again, highly recommend. It's under $10 Canadian for sure. I'll link all the prices below for you. If you're interested, let me know. Again, good product. Recommendation for sure. My second item that I have for you guys is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. This is in the green bottle. This is suitable for dry skin. It's comparable to the Smashbox primer as well. I'll insert a photo of what that looks like up here. This is around, I want to say $10 Canadian. Again, I'll link all the prices below for you guys. It's in a pump, which is really great. And the packaging on this is really stunning for drugstore. Like, I'm super impressed with e.l.f.'s packaging for sure. Yes, I've seen a couple of items floating around the internet about how this is deceiving and, you know, e.l.f. should be more honest, but it does state, guys, how much is in here on the box itself. It's on the bottle, but it is on the box. You're not getting a ton of product, but for the price that you're paying for this, it's absolutely worth it. It is just a clear formula, just like the Smashbox. It goes on really clear. It's awesome. Again, highly recommend this. Again, it is a dupe for the Smashbox primer. It's hydrating. I do have dry skin. It makes my foundation last significantly longer, and it does make my makeup apply a lot better. So again, I recommend using that one as well. For number 3, I have the Milani Baked Blush. This is in the shade Berry Amore, and with these baked blushes, they're super pigmented. They last all day. This is very similar to the formulation of the Hourglass blushes. It's beautiful. Like, all of the Milani blushes are amazing. The flower blushes are beautiful as well. Again, great recommendation for you if you're looking for a blush. And this was around, I believe, $13 Canadian. Again, I will link the prices below. So my 4th item, I have the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. These guys are in a little pot, and they have like a little stopper because there are pressed pigments. And I would recommend using like a flat brush or a finger to apply these, but the whole Infallible line for L'Oreal is simply great. It's worth the money for sure. It's a good value for the drugstore. They have a few colors of these. I have another color that's pink as well. Again, the silver is my favorite color. All the Infallible lines, the lipstick, the foundations, but specifically the eyeshadows from L'Oreal at the drugstore, very valuable. Please run out, get some of these. They're really great eyeshadows. I use these quite a bit actually. I do forget about them because they're single eyeshadows, and it's so easy to forget about single eyeshadows when you have so many eyeshadow palettes. So for my 5th item, my favorite from the drugstore, I recently picked this up here from Rimmel. This is their Insta Fix and Matte. This is a great under eye setting powder. It is translucent. It goes on the skin, but it's nice and brightening, and it sets your concealer perfectly. I use it to set my eyeshadow primer as well, which it's been working great with this L'Oreal, CoverGirl Lid Locket Primer. So these two have been working phenomenal together. So again, top 5 favorites: primer for the eyes, e.l.f. for the foundation. We've got the Milani Baked Blush, the L'Oreal Infallible, and the Rimmel Instafix and Matte for setting the under eyes. So for honorable mentions, I have 4 items I want to talk about with you guys. The first is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm sure many of you have heard about these many times. They smell like a beach vacation dream come true. They're just amazing. The colors on these are awesome. They swatch beautifully. I don't wear a lot of bronzer, but the great thing about this bronzer is that you can use it as a blush as well. And they do have the butter blushes. I have never tried those, but I decided to pick one of these up. It's so good. I can't stop smelling it. It's so good. Go out, get these. If you love bronzer, you will not be disappointed in this for sure. And next, for an honorable mention, I have the NYX Pore Filler Primer. Now, you can use this on its own, depending on how much pore filling you want to do, but I've been using it with the e.l.f. primer, so I'll just use the e.l.f. in the places that I don't want to pore fill, and then I use this to pore fill, because I do have some enlarged pores on my cheeks, so I'd like to use this guy to cover it up. And this is, I want to say it's around probably $15. It's on the higher price for drugstore, but again, it's really great. It's comparable to the Benefit pore filling primer as well. So I do like this guy. I've been using it for quite a while. I use it almost every day, and I've had it for a few months, so it's lasted quite a while, and this is good for 9 months. Has a nice 9-month shelf life expiry, so this is worth the money for sure. And I also have this Essence eyeshadow, which is super beautiful. This is under like $4 probably Canadian. I can't even remember how much I paid for this. It was not very much, and I was really shocked at how beautiful this eyeshadow was. I'll swatch it for you guys. Like, it is so pretty all over the lid. I'm actually wearing it today on my lid, and I love it. It lasts all day. It's super pretty, as you can see. It's pigmented, it's creamy, it's buttery. Like, why would you not buy this for under $5? It's so good for a single eyeshadow. Not all of the Essence eyeshadows are. This one specifically, in Rosie Flamingo, this is beautiful. If you like light colors on your lid, I highly recommend this, which is why I've included it. And lastly, for honorable mentions for the drugstore, I have some lipsticks. Lipsticks are like my favorite thing. They are my weakness. I love lipstick beyond anything in makeup. Lipstick is definitely #1 for me. So it was kind of hard to choose from all the drugstore lipsticks, my favorites. I could probably do a separate video on all of my drugstore lipstick collection. But for favorites, I'm gonna start with the Burts Bees collection. These are stunning as well. I have 2 colors here. I have blush and I have Ruby Ripple. And the blush is just a nice blush pink. I'll just show you here. It's a nice blush pink. And then I have Ruby Ripple, which is it's a beautiful brick red. It's a beautiful brick red there. These are super moisturizing, wonderful. Again, highly recommend getting some of these. And they have a nice color range, which is great. And then I have the Maybelline lipsticks here. I have 4 of them, and they have different formulations. They have like a matte, satins, vivids. So again, the Maybelline lipsticks, one of my favorites. And then e.l.f. again, beautiful e.l.f. packaging. I have this beautiful rosy berry color here for you guys. This guy right here. And this is in the shade Ravishing Rose. And did you know a little fun fact about e.l.f.? If you open these up, you've got a little bit of pot of lip gloss here, which tells you your shade. So again, e.l.f. Maybellines. I have a huge collection here. The Maybelline lipsticks, again, are the ones in the clear packaging. And the Burt's Bees. So those are 3 lipstick formulations that I really love from the drugstore, and I highly recommend. And thank you so much for joining me today to talk about drugstore makeup. I have plenty of more things to share with you guys. I hope you'll stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to talk about some sentimental makeup and things that I would never ever get rid of. So again, thank you so much for being here. Please feel free to leave comments below and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye, everyone.